it up.
And it all comes down to take up.
My favorite. If you guys are looking for some more Hearthstone action, you have found it. Because we have another match after this one. And we're going to
Two
game
more
5.
matches after this one.
2 more matches. And we're going to the tank up. God bless.
Well, we don't really know the differences between these guys' Control Warrior decks. We've seen all 30 cards of Shoop's. Pretty standard Control Warrior. Runs a standard amount of threats. Runs a Elite Starseeker. Yada yada. Whole shebang. The Rat, we've seen most of his deck. It seems exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, so far what we've seen, they're very similar lists. But maybe some minor differences in here. Like we know that the Rat was running a Gorehowl as well. So maybe just kind of a stock list they're using if somebody's out there right now. Curious to see what it's going to be, but either way, I mean, we've seen this matchup before. Early Justicars matter a lot. The Elise matters a lot. The player who's able to force more uncomfortable plays, usually with a big advantage going to the Elise, get extra legendaries, and drawing cards is typically really bad in this matchup. Now, the last time we saw Shoot play, he did draw some extra cards, but he was playing against the Zoth build as well, so maybe was kind of disrespecting some of the end game potential from that build and just choosing to draw instead and going, oh, he's going to play Zoth, I'm going to double brawl him, and that's going to be that. But here we go.
All right, well, we're going
in.
in. Justicar and
Elise. Oh my gosh. Shoop's opening hand is just godlike. Like, you can just ignore the other 2 cards, and the Rat's opening hand is reverse godlike.
It's peon-like. Devil-like? I don't know. What's the reverse of God?
Let's watch these first couple of turns, because if the Rat does not pick something up very soon, he's going to be at a major disadvantage.
I would definitely say so. Revenge is not something.
And shoot, no way he's going to coin this out. And I think he learned his lesson from the last one. Don't draw cards. And second execute here. This is
riveting.
The hand's kind of coming together at this point. You know, he's going to be able to stave off some of the pressure and then have very strong tempo plays here. But the fact that Shoop has so many extra turns to draw the map, and then so many extra turns with a tank up. This is bad for the Rat.
Real bad.
And Shoop's got turn 5 Justicar.
I mean, the Rat has to draw a card to deal with Elise.
And this is never what you want to have to do. I mean, given the strength of the Rat's hand, I mean, does have a lot of the power in game legendaries, so there is a chance that, oh my gosh,
the turn after.
I was gonna say there was maybe a chance he could try to go with like a more aggressive route here and like power cycle, and this is gonna mean that Shoop is gonna take his time on the Justicar instead. Yeah, he just even Ravage and Ghoul me. Here, take your cards, idiot.
Take them. Oh man.
Yeah, you draw those cards. It's certainly very different from most of the matchups you watch, where usually your opponents don't just purposefully activate your opponent's acolytes and go, yeah, here you go, draw extra cards. But in this one, it's really hard to outright just kill your opponent. It's usually a big grind.
Yeah. He's going to clear the board here. Shoop's going to plop down this Justicar Trueheart. And stream of tears will roll down the Rat's cheeks.
Oh my goodness. This hand is so good for Shoop. Now, this is where we start entering the power turns for the Rat, though. I mean, we're getting really close to this just being like ultra powerful card after ultra powerful card. And Shoop does have to have answers to these. We can see he has answers, but you know, the Rat's perspective, given what he's just seen from this early game, He's going to have to do something to get this under control. And honestly, getting under control may just involve outright trying to kill your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's going for at this point. I mean, I think he realizes that longevity is not on his side right now.
Yeah. Oh, picks up Ravaging Ghoul. Yeah, and I like this sort of change of game plan here from the Rat. When you realize that you have to be the aggressor, you have to sort of take that line that you're given and run with it.
Yeah. The other thing too here is if Shoop starts falling a little bit behind because of just the impact of cards that the Rat has right now, Shoop's already ahead in the fatigue race, so he could choose to cycle just a little bit to try to find the right answers as well. And that's usually what the Warrior deck is really good at in this mirror match, is just answering everything. That's why it's kind of come to this big tank up metagame.
Yeah.
Is because stuff gets easily answered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this rag,
does have Shoop does have a way to deal with the rag, but his armor total is gone. He can either shield block, tank up, and shield slam, or use the revenge plus execute in order to do this. And decides to draw a card. He realizes he's already 3 cards ahead in fatigue after 2 draws from the Accolade and 1 draw from the Slam. And, the Rat finally picks up Elise Starseeker. And that power cycle strategy worked, and I think that's going to be the game plan that he's on moving forward in this game.
We'll have to see how Shoop decides to respond to this. I mean, his hand looking mighty weak to these particular cards. Is this really where you want to expend the rest of your answers?
You can revenge Ravaging Ghoul, execute attack with Fireworks, but that's a lot of resources used.
Yes. And that's something he's got to keep in mind is also, a lot of these cards you want to hang on to them so that way they become legendaries from Elise. If you just start using them all, your Elise becomes inevitably weaker.
This is a card that he has. A Grom. Okay.
It's the exact same fashion we saw him use Grom last game, which was just pure value card.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Drawn. We got ourselves a game.
Wow, this is a serious game, too. I mean, now the Rat just might be okay with drawing cards. I mean, at this point, both players have Gold Monkey. He knows that he doesn't have the Justicar just yet. If he just finds Golden Monkey really quick and starts powering out legendaries, that is a way to win.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to go with that just now, because he's started to pull ahead on armor total. He just saw Shoop have a very underwhelming answer to a Bloodhoof Brave. I think he feels comfortable just waiting and keeping the armor total in check.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what he does. Gonna think it over here. I think he's thinking about playing the Harrison Jones, but even just negating the card draw, getting rid of a weapon in this matchup can be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so Shoop's going to have to start making decisions soon. Is how does he approach this? Because you can't just leave Elise around and just keep shredding your armor over and over again. The whole point of the Justicar is to build the armor total. So that's Fireworks. He's just passing on this. Looks like he did. I mean, he armored up first. And now the Rat is faced with the real test. Like, this turn will kind of dictate, I think, how he's going to play the rest of this game. He knows that Shoop has Score Howl, but he could draw 2 cards right now and try to find that Golden Monkey way early and put a lot of pressure on Shoop. So those are his 2 major decisions to make this turn, is which one of those does he go with.
I mean, I kind of like the just smack him. Harrison Jones and smack him.
What now?
Yeah, Harrison's a tough one to play. I mean, again, he's giving up the fatigue race if he decides to play as Harrison Jones, I think. He's outright giving it up.
But right now, he's winning pretty handily on the armor war, on the health war. The fatigue is sort of exponential, especially if he puts himself 5 cards behind, which he would do on Harrison. So he just opts to give it up, realizes that he can't really afford to do that.
Something to be in the way of this Halise now. Shoop's patience has begun to pay off.
I have an axe to grind.
Now maybe you can finally start building that armor total a bit. I think Gorehal's going to take this out. We saw the rat really considering the attack with the Fire War Access. I don't think the life is going to matter that much. I mean, he has Alex Strauss in the build. No, Shoop has Alex Strauss in the build. He's got to keep the armor in check. And given that he, again, because he didn't Harrison last turn, I don't see a situation where he Harrisons here.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple ways to do this. He could preserve the Elise body by going with the Gorehowl and attacking in. He could just go for the clean trade, attack with the Fire War Axe, and then trade in the Elise. He could Fire War Axe and then bash to still preserve the Elise while making, better use of his resources by keeping the first charge at the Gorehowl, or the first damage charge, I suppose.
I'm just gonna go with Bash here. If he'd played this Grom here, Shoop actually would have had a really excellent turn. Wow, he's gonna go with the Harrison.
So I'm already behind in fatigue. What's one more?
Yeah.
Give me that monkey. Oh, Alex Straza.
Alex Strauss is really good in this spot as well.
It's incredible. I mean, you have his armor total low. This is the perfect time to use Alex Straza.
Yeah. You start getting that damage. And this is kind of what I was talking about, too. The Rat tends to play this matchup a little bit more aggressively than we've seen some of the other players play it so far. And this was really one of the big differences I was looking forward to in this match is seeing the Rat take these aggressive stances and try to push. The fact that his opening hand was so weak, the matchup is so slow anyway, that the fact that he had all those cards in his opening hand, at this point, it's kind of a benefit. I mean, Shoop wasn't able to take advantage of the fact that the Rat had a weak opening hand. Yeah. Now he's got the board. Granted, he's behind in card draws. If Shoop can stabilize through this, it's going to be a pretty easy coast to victory. But he's got to stabilize, and that's going to be very difficult. Alex Straza, Gorehowl, and Grom with an activator is a ton of damage.
Let the pain speak to me.
Wow, we even go with some card draw here. Like, this is kind of an indicator of how much Shoop understands that he is in a bad situation. Picks up Harrison for this Gorehowl, though. Once again, challenged. Now the Rat has kind of an opportunity to put himself back in the fatigue race potentially. If we could get a look at the deck sizes, that would be superb.
I think the Rat is still 3 cards behind.
What now?
He's going to go with Grom first. He has an opportunity here to play Alex Straza and take off the armor total and leave Shoop at 15.
His intention here is to get the board set up in a way to where if Shoop doesn't kill everything, that he's got Alex Straza for the major pressure afterwards.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is giving up too much. Like, I think if he just sets the Gorehowl from his perspective anyway, this could be a big swing here. But obviously, he's got to consider Harrison Jones. He's got to consider that he's seen a Shield Slam and an Execute from Shoop at this point. And how Shoop's been answering things. Maybe he just doesn't have the cards in his hand to answer this. And he just happens to. He's got kind of everything right now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there's the Execute. Bash. Okay, I thought for a minute I thought he peeled the Shield Slam out of his hand. I was like, whoa!
Slow down there, buddy.
This is going to be
All right.
Alex Straza, it looks like. And this is going to be answered by the Shield Slam, and then Shoop's going to pull way ahead here. I mean, now at this point, the Rat's used every single one of his burst tools in the deck.
Yeah.
And the deck size is really going to matter here a lot. So 10 cards left for Shoop, and 10 cards left for the Rats. The Rats actually evened up to Fatigue Race here.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I think it was the intention of the way he played this so aggressively was to try to get to that point.
Yeah.
Honestly, a pretty well done job for him. But Shoop has drawn Golden Monkey. He's got a little bit too many good cards left to still use before he can Golden Monkey, I think. But again, I've seen players in this situation. How on earth does the Rat actually win this game if Shoop just makes 15 legendaries?
Yeah. And right now, Shoop's in a situation where he's got a lot of room in his hand, which is a big deal, and that armor lead. So the Rat's like, I need to find something.
Yeah,
And this is bold, but he realizes that he's just going to lose the game. He's going to bleed out if he doesn't do this.
Whoa!
Oh, slam that puppy. Okay, no. Don't get ahead of yourself here, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to consider... I mean, getting the Gorehowl online first, if your opponent doesn't have Harrison Jones, and you follow up with Monkey and have a 6-drop Legendary, suddenly you have a substantial lead. But could just take his time as well. I mean, not anything against this. Is either player willing to Golden Monkey this early? Because if you do, you give up all the removal and all the remaining utility that is meant to be impactful in your deck.
Oh, yes.
Whoa, jeez.
Oh, mama.
He says this is going to be it. 9 cards in the deck, 8 legendaries in hand. The Rat just made 17 legendaries. And we'll see if Shoop can get this done. But my, oh my, this game could get crazy. And Shoop has his Gorehowl online right now.
Rat came to play, let me tell you. And then he's got a Shifter's Errors as well. Could literally be anything. Could even be a boat. Couple of ones that are not so great there. Wilford Frizzlebang, Dread Scale. Yeah, that's about it. The Beast can sometimes be a liability. Twin Imp, not the greatest, unless... Nope, never mind. There's no legendary that buffs Cthulhu.
I'll tell you what. He could have Brand out. Shifter could turn into, like, Cthulhu's Chosen.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Oh, and Shoop's got a Golden Monkey.
Oh, man. This...
Honestly, very similar legendaries.
He does have a Cthulhu. What? And I saw 4 mana. I'm like, oh, no. And this is going to be a 12 damage battle cry. Because he's got Brand on the board. He realizes this Cthulhu's never getting any bigger. I'm going to go ahead and use it right now. And actually, that was terrible.
It's about as bad as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
The Rat's about to have his Cthulhu stolen. He's going to be starting at 6-3, and Shoop gets developed behind this. This Cthulhu may have backfired. I mean, he has to deal with the Sylvanas in some way.
Yeah. Wow, Leroy Jenkins also. 4 of the same legendaries in the first 7 from each player that we've seen.
Good.
Interesting. 8 cards remaining for Shoop. 7 cards remaining for the Rat.
The life total is a little bit of a difference here, but this gap is quickly gonna close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shoop's looking. Which one of my legendaries are weakest right now? Get those online.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Rat really needs a Deathwing right about now. Oh no!
I'm gonna second Shifter.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, what do you do here if you're the Rat? This is bad news.
Try and let this Ice Howl do some work.
Shoop's even got Black Knight for the Twin Emperor too. Just everything for the Rat's crumbling. That Sylvanas, along with the Gorehowl on board, gave Shoop such a big advantage in the Golden Monkey battle. And I think the Rat was kind of thinking, like, if I land this Golden Monkey and Shoop doesn't have one, can I pressure him out with the legendaries I get? Well, we can hurry this game up a bit.
Yeah. This is when I wouldn't even think. I would just try and take my opponent off guard, make a quick trade, slam his Dormu, and turn. Don't even let him think.
It's honestly not that bad of an idea.
Well, it's too late now. He should have slammed it already. He's already given the rat too much time.
Just take your time and just do it this way. Like you try to not dorm where you click end turn as quickly as possible, which is exactly what he's done.
Oh, no.
Rat. He's got 15 seconds to figure this out.
If Aaron can give him a shield slam.
Oh, 2 mortal strikes instead. Now the Shoop's got to hurry. Shoop's got to hurry up on his turn now. Lord Jaraxxus gets drawn.
Wolford Fizzlebang. Wolford Fizzlebang, if that sticks around... Nope, never mind. It's from your hero power. It's not drawn cards. That'd be OP.
He's just going to face.
This game sped up quite a bit.
20 damage from hand for the rat right now. Or is it 20 total damage here?
Can he set up a double Mortal Strike next turn to win the game? Does he just lose this turn?
I think it's what he's doing is trying to set up.
16, 22. No, that's just game. There's 28 damage on the board for... Did he miss?
He didn't... Oh, he's giving his minions +2/+2. That's going to do it. Shoop. Nas Dormu in play. Draws that Cenarius. Had plenty of time to find the lethal anyway, but just spotted it instantly. With that Cenarius, Shoop going to take this series 3 games to 2. Oh, and a crazy final game between these two. Very early Elises on both sides. But honestly, I gotta give credit. You know, congratulations to Shoop for this match. I think he's navigated the situations very well today. But I gotta give credit to Rat there for starting off at such a disadvantage, facing that Elise and Justicar early on, to actually tie up to Fatigue Race and put himself in a position to have a chance. Yeah. It's pretty remarkable considering his open. He had 17, 24 mana worth of cards in hand on turn 1. Like, that's the fact that he was even in that game, I think is truly a testament to how good of a player he actually is.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree. And yeah, really great matchup. I enjoyed watching that one again. It's always cool to see those Control Warrior mirrors come down to Golden Monkeys, especially when they play them a lot earlier than normal. So that was a fun one. Shoop's going to move on to the playoff stage on Sunday tomorrow. So he guarantees himself those Geico points and $750. The Rat still can fight on. He still has a chance to qualify. He just needs to win the decider match, which will take place a bit later. We have 2 more matches left. We are going to move to the losers bracket match next, which will be between Chess Dude and Strife Crow. But you know, still fun stuff left. We are going to have to go to a quick break before jumping to that match, though. Make sure you guys, once again, June 16th is the next open. Get on the website and sign up, geico.onog.gg. There you can also get that Geico quote, save some money on insurance, and also enter in to win that Cyberpower Gamer Extreme PC. But quick break again. Don't go anywhere, guys. More Group B from the feature number 3 here at the ONOG circuit will continue right after this break.